Welcome students, welcome to CBSE social science classes. Today we will be dealing with the second chapter of political science, that is federalism. Let's begin with federalism. Federalism is a system of government in which the power is divided between a central authority and various constituent units of the country. There are two or more levels of government. First, government for the entire country, that is responsible for national issues. Example, central government in India. Second, government at the state level that functions for the everyday concern. Means whatever states are there in India, these are. Both of these governments enjoy their power independent. Now, this is the most important point. Their power independent of the other, means no one is interested to interfere in one another's tasks. Now, features of federalism. This third point, and the most important thing, we have a special question here in examination. What is federalism and what are its features? Sometimes it comes for 1 mark, 3 marks and 5 marks. It depends. Features of federalism. There are 2 or more levels of government. In India we have more than 3 levels of government, just as central government, second state government, and the local government. We'll be dealing with it afterwards. Different tiers of government govern the same citizen, but each tier has its own jurisdiction in specific matters of legislation, taxation, and administration. Correct. Means they do not interfere in one another's administration. Taxations are different, legislations are different. The existence and authority of each tier of government is constitutionally guaranteed. Correct. Constitution has given separate powers to them. The fundamental provisions of the Constitution can be changed only with the mutual consent of both the levels of government. If central government wants to, or if the ruling government wants to make some changes in different kinds of things, then they need to take consent from each and every government, then only. Courts have the power of interpreting the constitution and the power of different levels of government. The highest court acts as adjudicator of disputes between different levels of government. Sometimes there are issues in different states. If there are some kind of clashes between states and central government, then Supreme Courts, that is the highest court. According to Regulating Act, it was introduced to India, and now it plays a vital role over there. So it plays a role which can settle down the disputes. Sorry for interruption. Next, continue. Courts have the power, just I discussed. Sources of revenue for each level of government are clearly specified for ensuring smooth functioning of and financial autonomy. So it is clear, our constitution, in India's constitution, we have already written each and everything about the sources of revenue, how the things to be taken into consideration, how administration is done, how taxation is taken for people, how the legislations, the laws are made. All these things are already written. The federal system safeguards and promotes the unity of the country and also accommodates regional diversity. Everybody knows in India is a country of diversity. We have more than 3,500 languages, and now it is the duty of a federal system to safeguard and promotes the unity. Means whoever people are living in any country, they must be taken care of. Now, next point, types of federation. There are 2 types of federation: coming together federations and holding together federation. If we will clearly pay attention to both of the thing, and now please pay attention, we have a 3 mark question on this. Explain coming together federation or holding together federation, or differentiate. Any one of the questions can be there. Now, coming together means what? Different. Just we can take the example of US, United States of America. 13 colonies were there. These 13 colonies came together and formed a federation. That is called coming together. And what exactly does it mean by holding together? Whatever states are there, example India, we are holding them. Earlier in India we had provinces. Now after 1947 these provinces merged with India. That is called holding together. This is the shortcut over, but still we will read it out. Independent states come together on their own to form a bigger unit, so that by pooling sovereignty and retaining identity they can increase their security. Example, the USA, Switzerland and Australia. All the constituent states usually have equal powers vis-a-vis the federal government. Just we discussed. It's not that much difficult what we are discussing or what we think. Holding together federation. Generally students confuse here, but you don't. A large country decides to divide its power between the constituent states and the national government, just like India. Very often different constituent units of the federation have unequal powers. Some units are granted special powers. Just I told you, take an example of India. In India we have a central government and we have a state government. So we are coming in this category, that is holding together federation. Next, federalism in India. India is a holding together type of federation in which power are vested in the state governments and that functions under the overall supervision of the union government. We have a three-tier system of government: union government, that is central government; state government; local self-government in the form of panchayats and municipalities. We know about Jilla Parishad, we know about Panchayat Samitis, we know about the Gram Panchayat, etc. So we come in holding together federation. Now, distribution of powers between union and states. The Constitution of India provides for the distribution of powers on the basis of three lists. So we have three lists. Union list, it has 97 subjects. Then we have state list, it has 66 subjects. And then we have concurrent list, that it has 47 subjects. So what comes in union list? Union list includes subject of national importance. This is important. In union list, national importance subject such as defense, foreign affairs, banking, communication and currency. The union government alone can make laws relating to the subjects mentioned in the list. Means union central government need not to ask someone to take the decision. State list includes subject of state and local importance such as police, local importance and related to state, commerce, agriculture and irrigation. The state government alone can make laws relating to the subject mentioned in the list. Means each and every independent state has an authority to take such kind of decisions. We have third, that is concurrent list. It includes subject of common interest to both the union government, both. We need to understand whatever subjects which are important for union government as well as for the state government, such as education, forest, trade unions, marriages, adoption and succession, etc. Both the union and the state governments can make laws on the subject mentioned in the list. In case of conflict, the law made by the union government shall have primacy over the state law. Means central government is the most important thing. That's why if there are some kind of conflict, then central union government's decision is final. The union government has the power to make laws for the subject that are not included in any of the three lists. These are termed as residuary subjects. Means whichever subjects are not mentioned in any one of these three, they can be come in residuary subjects. Special powers of Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir enjoys special powers in the Indian Federation. It has its own constitution. Many provisions of the Indian constitutions are not applicable to this state without the approval of the state assembly. Indians who are not permanent residents of this state cannot buy land or house here. Now here these 3 points needs to be corrected. Why? Because recently 370 article was removed by union government and now Jammu and Kashmir are the new union territories. That's why all these 3 points are null and void. Next point, union territories do not have the powers of state. Just I told you, the central government has special power of governing the union territories. Means what? Jammu and Kashmir is now under the supremacy of national government, that is central government. The power share